one isn't flashy and doesn't boast the amenities that the last few have. I actually really like it. It has a certain rustic charm. But what I really love about it is how behind each goal you get a view of something completely different. The south side offers views of the city, whereas the north side offers views of a grassy hill and the nature reserve behind it. It's the yin and yang of stadiums. Allianz Park. Out of all the Allianz stadiums, and there are a lot of them, this one, I was gonna say it was my favorite, but Allianz Arena is pretty good as well. But it's certainly my favorite exterior. It looks incredible. The way that metallic facade shimmers in the sunlight in particular. On the inside, the shape is rather peculiar. One end is rounded and one end is squared off. This is due to the fact that the old stadium that occupied the site had more of an oval shape. And they've obviously tried to incorporate that into the new stadium to reduce cost. Estadio Nabi Abi Chedid. Home to one of the many Red Bull loan teams, having been taken over in 2019 and being promoted that same year. If that doesn't prove definitively that Red Bull gives you wings, then I don't know what would. With Red Bull at the helm, there's no shortage of funds to spend on upgrading the stadium, which they plan to do soon. And those plans do look incredible, but for now, it's a fairly simple stadium, which you might see anywhere in the world. Estadio Urbano Caldeira. An interesting looking stadium, particularly the unconventional roof canopy on the main stand, but also the stadium has a slightly unusual shape due to the lack of space, it being surrounded by roads on each side of the ground, which forced this stand to be lopsided and this stand to be especially steep, but it looks pretty good. It is actually one of the oldest football stadiums in Brazil, at a little over 100 years old. Estadio do Morumbi. A big red bowl of football. A design that, like I said, seems to be quite popular in Brazil. Not because it's an especially good design for football, but most stadiums were built for football and athletics in mind back then. Unlike most of these style of stadiums, this one has 3 tiers of seating, which allows some of the seating to be sheltered from the rain, despite the lack of a roof canopy. Estadio Ilha do Retiro. This isn't a common design. I like how the stands go from small in the east to tall in the west, allowing those sitting on the bigger western stand a nice view of the river and the city. It also allows those living in the adjacent apartment buildings an excellent unobstructed view of the field. Not that that's important, but yeah. This is a pretty cool stadium to end with. And that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it,